Rob Mob, what's going on, guys? So PSA grading services, yeah, they kind of just sold their company, and I'm mind blown just as you guys are looking at the thumbnail and the beginning of this video, because that's not something I expected. I was actually looking at stock stuff, and this article flew in front of my face. And of course, after reading it, I was mind blown, and I want to share with you guys, the Pokemon community, and the Rob Mob, because it's kind of important for a lot of us since we do send our stuff off to PSA, right? So first article that I read is coming from the Wall Street Journal. It reads, Collectors Universe, also known as PSA Grading Services, to be acquired for $700 million. Collectors Universe Incorporated on Monday said it agreed to be taken private by an investor group for $75.25 a share, or about $700 million in cash. The deal represents a roughly 3.7% premium to Friday's closing price of $72.55 a share for the Santa Ana, California provider of authentication and grading services for collectibles. Collectors Universe said the investor group is led by entrepreneur and sports card collector Nat Turner, D1 Capital Partners LP, and Cohen Private Ventures LLC. Shares of Collectors Universe rose nearly 7% to $77.62 in early trading Monday, above the takeover price, indicating that investors may think a better deal could be in the offering. The company said the transaction, slated to close in the first calendar quarter of 2021, isn't subject to any financing contingency. So I saw this, and it kind of gives you a broad aspect of what's going on from the Wall Street Journal. So of course I had to dig in deeper detail and find some more articles kind of explaining what the reasoning may or may not have been for the sale of PSA to this individual that we know now of as Nat Turner, who I should probably do some more information about as well, try to figure out his background as well in collecting. But here we go. This one is by Collectors Universe. It says Collectors Universe to be acquired by investor group led by entrepreneur and collector Nat Turner for approximately $700 million. The transaction represents a premium of approximately 30% over the company's 60-day volume weighted average price ended on November 25th, 2020, the last full trading day before an announcement. This transaction was approved by the Collectors Universe Board of Directors, represents fully diluted equity value of approximately $700 million, and is not subject to any financing contingency. Joseph J. Orlando, who is the president and CEO of Collectors Universe, will still continue to lead Collectors Universe, which will retain its headquarters in Santa Ana, California. So that's kind of important, guys, because we do want to know what the operations will be with this sell-off, and knowing that Joseph J. Orlando is still going to be there, it's probably going to be pretty similar, but I'm assuming with the sell-off, they're looking to make major improvements in the company. That's at least what I'm getting from it, but just knowing that Joseph J. Orlando is still, leading the charge, we at least know that everything that's in there right now is going as planned as far as PSA orders and whatnot. That's at least what I'm gaining from that. Hopefully you guys are as well with this kind of information. But after careful, so this is a quote now. After careful consideration, we are pleased to have reached an agreement that reflects the remarkable value creation Collectors Universe has achieved through its consistent execution during these challenging times, said A.J. Burt Moyer, chairman of the Collectors Universe Board of Directors. This transaction will deliver an immediate cash premium to our shareholders and create exciting opportunities for our employees, collectors, and dealers around the world. Collectors Universe has firmly established itself as an industry leader with the strongest and best-known brands in authentication and grading services, said Mr. Orlando. As we look to our next chapter, I'm excited to partner with Nat, a fellow lifelong collector and hobbyist, which is important for us, right? That's something we do want to hear, but hopefully they're not just putting a little bit of icing on the cake, but, or fluffing it up, I should say. But that's something we do want to hear. Whose passion for the collectible space and substantial experience scaling technology business will help position Collectors Universe to drive continued growth and success in our PSA and PCGS brands over the long term. This transaction is a testament to the value that all of Collectors Universe talented employees have built. As we transition from a public to a private company, also very important because private companies have a little bit more room to build and can kind of, we'll see. In partnership with Nat and group of world-class financial investors and sports and collectible enthusiasts. Our customers will continue to see the same level of integrity. Also very important. That's something we're looking for, especially for those of you guys out there that have your cards out in PSA right now. I know a lot of you are going to be worried. A sell-off means a lot of different things, but we want to hear this kind of stuff from a quote. Very, very important. Integrity, transparency, service, and high-quality solutions that they expect from Collectors Universe. Collecting sports cards and connecting with like-minded hobbyists has been a lifelong passion, said Mr. Turner. I have tremendous respect for the high-quality services Collectors Universe provides and the leadership position its talented team led by Joe Orlando has built, which means he still has a bunch of faith in Joe Orlando. He's not going anywhere. He's still going to continue being the CEO and leading the charge, with Nat Turner kind of being a overhead of all things going around in PSA, right? Of all just transactions, whatever the case may be. We are committed to bring in the resources and expertise necessary to expand the company's operational capacity. That's something we want to hear because we know that we have a lot of our PSA missions backed up 6 to 8 months. And I think one of the first things they're going to try to address is getting those PSA submissions as fast as possible back to their devoted customers. Operational capacity and technological capabilities while enhancing the accuracy and consistency for Collectors Universe is known. We've also known that some PSA things that we get back we don't agree with and we think they should be higher, vice versa. So, yeah, that's important that they're going to try to improve some of the technology as far as getting more accurate grading services provided to each and individual card that we send off. So, guys, what does this all mean really for us? It means that the company needed some help. That's what I see. And I've lost my mouse here for a second, so bear with me. Yeah, so they lost. They needed some help. They needed some help. We know that PSA submissions are growing and they're getting to PSA a lot faster. A lot more people are getting to the hobby. A lot more people are sending out submissions. And essentially, PSA was Joe Orlando and company were just overwhelmed with all the stuff they're going on. They needed a little bit of help, and Nat Turner is the guy that stepped in and said, hey, if you sell me this company for such and such amount of money, let's figure out a deal. I can go ahead and provide my services and my background to help promote this PSA and get this company bigger, stronger, and get a lot more customer satisfaction down the road as hobbies continue to grow, and we know that it's growing in a very fast and consistent pace. So, yeah, that's what I'm seeing from all this. Now, there is other things going on with the business side, the stock market side that I'm seeing and investigations, but that's a whole different side of business that we're not going to get into. What we're focused on right now is about our PSA submissions, our cards. Are we going to get it back? Is PSA going to speed up the processes? What are the new things that they're going to have implemented into their company to help us out as collectors and help them out as getting more business as we try to send more and more submissions out to them. So, Rob Mob, you heard it here first. I wanted to go ahead and share this with y'all. PSA is and will sell their company off to Nat Turner, but it looks like everything is going to be for the better, I hope. We will be keeping up with this, but I mean, a lot of you guys out there do have PSA submissions right now. So I think it's important for the Pokemon community to know that this stuff is happening, whether it's business related or not. We want to know what's happening with our cards. We want to know what's happening with our money, and we want to know what's happening with our services. So even stuff like this on the more business end and selling and buying is something that should be automatically, basically known to the Pokemon community and population, because this is very, very important information as we are very heavily invested and involved. Rob Mob, until next time, I'm out.